Hey everybody, well I'm leaving out of the airport. I had to drop my wife off. She's flying to Georgia to help my daughter again, and so she'll be there 2 weeks, so I'm bacheloring it. And so like I said, I'm just now leaving the Austin airport. When we get up here, I'm going to show you. You really can't see the Tesla factory too good from the road that I'm going to go by, but what I can do is I can show you the rear entrance, whatever they call it, and then the other entrance, and you can get an idea of just how big this second place is back there. And then as we get down further onto the road, we get over around Taylor, Texas. I'll show you where they're building the Samsung microchip or what plant, and it's massive as well. So anyway, like I said, I'll pick you back up here in just a minute. All right, we'll come up here as FM 973, and we're going to come down, and like I said, just a little ways down this off of the Highway 71 there. We pick up the rear entrance or the south entrance, whatever they call it, to Tesla. And then we'll go on down and you see where the other entrance is. That'll kind of give you an idea about how big this place is back there. We may be able to catch a couple of glimpses off that way. It's a little hard to see the plant. This is the rear entrance to Tesla right here, where they're turning in right there. You really can't see it back down in there from here in the car, but it's like I said, just keep in mind where this is and how far we're going to go down the road here to get to the next one. You know, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I used to live off the end of the runway here at the airport. Back then it was Bergstrom Air Force Base. It wasn't, a civilian airport. Then I think it was Ronald Reagan decommissioned a lot of bases, and that's when they gave the Bergstrom Air Force Base, they gave it to the city of Austin, and they turned it into a commercial airport. So, you know, that was back a long time ago. Watch this guy trying to peel up on me back here. So anyway, we're still going down the road here. We haven't gotten to the other side of Tesla yet. And like I said, the plant is basically as long as it is between these two entrances. So I got this car here turning to go in somewhere side street. This is not Tesla there. And head on up here and I'll show you when we get to the next one. Then I'm going to probably drop off and I'll pick the video up a couple times on the way home, because it takes a while. It's about an hour and a half drive to get from the airport back to where we live. They're really building this up out here. I mean, it used to be nothing, and then they put the Tesla plant in. It's back over there, and they've really started building up all kind of stuff out here. Okay, now this should be, I think this is Tesla Drive. This is the other entrance right here. So you can see how long it was. That's Tesla main entrance right there, Tesla Road. And so you can see how big that Tesla plant is. That's a Tesla mega facility, I think is what they call it. But anyway, building up more and more and more. I can remember when there wasn't anything out here at all. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drop off the video, and I'll pick you back up down the road, maybe make a comments, and finally get down to Samsung, I believe it is. It's a microchip factory they're putting in. It's massive, and it's right there at Taylor, Texas. All right, we're closing in on where the Samsung plant is going to be. I think you can already see, hopefully out in the distance out there, you can see some tower or some cranes behind those trees now. But like I said, it's a pretty massive construction site. Except there, you see the cranes over there. Doesn't look that big from here, but it's big. Now, all the effort to get these computer chip manufacturers and stuff to move back into the United States started under the last administration, not this one. It made all the deals and everything else. Of course, Texas worked on that too, to get these out here and stuff. So, like I said, we're coming up here in a minute. We're going to show you where all the construction offices are, architects, engineers, all of those type of people. Will be coming up on there shortly. I don't know if you can see way back there some more cranes. That's how far back it goes. Actually, a little further than that. Like I said, we come around this corner, you're going to start seeing all the construction offices, everything else out here. That's the people that are building it are have their offices set up and everything else. Now, they widened this out here because of all of this. They just got this completed not too long ago. You can see all the cars, everything else out through here. Come up here, you're going to start seeing all the construction offices, everything. So this is the Samsung microchip, computer chip, whatever all they're building. Electronics, microchips and stuff in there. So all of this is the construction people, architects, engineers, all that, all out into here. And then when we get past all of this, I'll try to get a glance over there. You can see the building going in. And then behind it is, I believe, a power station that they're putting in for the whole thing, which will be back over there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera here, but all those little silvery pipes standing up back there. I believe that's going to be some kind of power plant. So anyway, that's good that they're bringing this kind of stuff back to the United States so that we're not at the mercy of over there, you know, because a lot of chips are made over in Taiwan, and there's no telling, you know, China wants Taiwan bad, and they're going to probably take it. I don't know if this administration has got the guts to tell them no and to stop them. I really don't know. So if the Chinese go take over Taiwan, it's going to be bad. Trust me. It'll be bad. But anyway, all of this out here is going to be some more stuff that has to do with it. Building all kind of homes back in here now. This used to be all just vacant. And the only thing out here is this high school right up here. It was the only thing out here for the longest time on this road. Is that high school. So when I get all this done, it's going to be a lot of traffic through here. You know, it's going to take me longer and longer to get back and forth to that airport. Because it's like about 80-something miles to get there from the farm. And anyway, all right, well, I'm going to drop off here and I'll pick you back up a little while and we'll have some more to talk about. one thing I want to bring up, I see a lot of people out there and do this. You're out on these highways like this 2-lane highway on each side. That left lane over there is for passing only. It isn't just go sit and drive like this guy's been driving over there for the longest time. And that's against the law. If a sheriff or highway patrol see you and they follow you for a while and you don't move over, you stay in that lane, you will get a ticket. Now they typically do away with this left lanes for passing only when you get into a metropolitan area, but when you're out here in between or in these small town areas, the minute you get out of any town, that left lane is for passing only. And you don't just sit there and drive in it like that guy's doing. Like I said, highway patrol sees him, watches him for a while, realizes he's just driving out there, they will give him a ticket. And I know a lot of you go, well, I don't care, I'm going to go over there and stay over there because that's what I want to do. But that lane is for passing only. Well, still on the drive back to the farm and stuff. So it takes a little while to get through there. Go to the back way. Now, I know a lot of people, they're city dwellers, and they love being up in the city where they can just go here, go there real quick. I'm the other way around. There's no way I could live in a city or even a small town. I just couldn't do it. I like being out where it's open and stuff. So this is what I like right here. Sparse little house here, another one a few miles down the road. Nobody's crammed right up. A lot of farmland and stuff. Through this area here, they do a lot of corn. In this part of Texas, they do a lot of corn. They do some grains, some wheats, and sorghum and stuff. I don't know if anybody around here does soy. I really don't know. But I do know that they do sorghum and they do corn. Out on our farm where we got a lot of it leased out, that's what the guy that leases it does out there. He does sorghum sometimes and corn on that. And the other parts are leased to another neighbor of ours that does it for hay. So, like I said, living out in the country, that's the life, people. I know a lot of you go, oh no, that's right too far. I watch some of these shows where people are going and they'll say, well, you got here and it's, well, it's too far out. It'll take me 10 miles to get to work. That's just too far. Are you kidding me? I got to drive more than 10 miles to get to the closest store. Closest decent sized city is like 38 miles away from where we are, and that's where my doctors are, and I got to go up there for that. I wouldn't have it any other way, I really wouldn't. I love living out in the country. I don't like neighbors up my butt and stuff, and I just don't like that. So they used to all be corn. They started baling corn husks. They started that real heavy down here last year because of the droughts and stuff. A lot of the hay wasn't growing up, so they've been doing the corn husk after they run the combines through the fields to get all the corn grain. It throws out all the stalks and the husk and the shucks and all that stuff. It throws those out on the ground. They come by now and they bale them up. Also, now as it's going right now, we're in this 100-something degree weather constantly. You can see down there it says it's 100 out here. It's supposed to get up to 106. As I mentioned before, that's one of the reasons that I haven't been working on the greenhouse with the wiggle wire track. I just can't do it. Now, I did mention in the video I put out, or I haven't put it out yet, but I'm going to put it out before I put this one out, that I'm going to get some new tires for the Club Cadet Rider that we've got. I've got to keep it going for a while. A couple of years down the road, I'm hoping I can buy a Husqvarna Z254F zero turn. We'll see. I just can't afford to do it right now, so I'll do this. And in that other video, I show some tires that I'm looking at. They come from a trailer place, and they're a good deal. $112 for 2, free shipping, no taxes, that kind of stuff. But they're 2 inches taller, which is an inch each side, and they're 1 inch wider, which is a half inch each side. That's really not too bad, but it may interfere on one side if I go to fix the deck and put it well. I might not have room for the rear tire of the deck. So I did find some other ones, and they're 6-ply tires that are the exact same size. That are all the tires that are on there, different tread. I want a more aggressive tread. And they're going to be like either 123 or 129. So I'll pop up some images of that and stuff. Hopefully, we get into September, it'll start dropping down. I really don't look at it getting any cooler or any real coolness coming until we start getting into October, if then. So anyway, like I said, more corn. Hasn't been combined yet. That was all hay out there. Doesn't look like they got any growth on it. I better stay in the middle of my side of the road here. Yeah, so anyway, I will drop off the video and catch back up with you a little bit later. Alright, on the last little leg going home, new DG Market, all self-checkout. We won't shop there. Anyway, back on the way home to the farm. Just a little bit down the hill. So I'm going to do a little follow-up. Like I said, I had to go drop my wife off. She's going to be gone 2 weeks this time. Last time, she was gone a month. And, yeah, it kind of gets a little rough on that because it typically happens during the middle of the summer, and then I can't take care of the gardening by myself, and we end up losing it. So, but next year she's not going. Now we did pretty good on tomatoes this year, surprisingly enough. I swapped over and went to determinants. I did one called Glacier and one called Siberian. I particularly got them because they're supposedly able to take cooler weather and stuff. So I was able to plant them a little earlier in the spring. And we had like 6 Siberians, which was about the size of a plum on that tomato. And we had 6, I had 6 Glaciers that are the size of a plum, and then 6 Siberians, which they're about the size of like a early girl or something like that, or about that big around. I mean, not the real big, but not like a beefsteak. And so we got a harvest off of them, and I told my wife, just don't pull the plants, leave them there. And because we went, and as it was getting towards them, we just went and picked everything, all of them off. It looked like it was going to the final, all the green ones and everything. And we ripened those in bags inside. And lo and behold, if they didn't put on a bunch more tomatoes now, we didn't have as many of the big ones, but we had a lot of the smaller tomatoes and stuff like that. So out of those 12 plants, we got probably about 65, 70 pounds of tomatoes, which wasn't bad. And the good thing that I like about it is on the determinants, you don't have to prune them. The only thing we did was we caged them so they wouldn't fall over. But we grew them on top of weed barriers, so even if they fell over, it wasn't the same as doing that. We didn't hardly have any with any disease on them. We had a few that some insects and birds got a little bit of them, but no blight, nothing. It was just great. I didn't have to fart with them. So that's what we're going to do next year is determinants, and I'm going to probably maybe pick up one other brand or variety of determinants, but I'm going to try not to get the hybrids because that way I can't save the seeds. But I can't save the seeds and guarantee that I'm going to get that same tomato back. But I can save the seeds, and I'll get something. I'll get one of the 2 or 3 out of there in the hybrid back. But the Glacier and the Siberians, they're both heirlooms, and so I'd save seeds off of them this time. The Glaciers aren't that expensive, but the Siberians, it's some pretty expensive seeds in my book. So, like I said, I saved the seeds off of them, and so that's what I have to plant next year. I was going to try to plant some for this fall because they will take it, but it's like I said, it's so hot. I didn't even want to mess with it, getting the plant started, because I already would have had to have them started to get it in the ground so that I could finish the harvest by November. Anyway, that's about it on this video. I know it's not much, just me talking, driving, and showing you a couple things. But anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing it. Like the video, share it. All that's going to help my channel grow, which will entice me to make more and better videos. So anyway, see all y'all the next time around. Later.